spotlight. Rapper 21 Savage is in custody after he was detained by ICE. The arrest coming as a surprise to many, since the rapper has long claimed Atlanta as his home. But ICE claims he is a UK national with a now expired visa, and in 2014 was arrested on charges.
Well, there are new developments tonight in the immigration arrest of a popular Atlanta rapper. Attorneys confirm an immigration judge granted 21 Savage bond today, but at this hour it appears he is still in custody.
A 5-year secret just exploded all over the internet, and it's about to cost one of Atlanta's biggest rappers absolutely everything. We're talking his freedom, his career, his entire life in America. The woman he's been sneaking around with is finally screaming his name to the world. But here's the problem. He's still married to someone else, and that wife is so furious she's allegedly about to hand him straight to ICE. This is wild, y'all.
I like being private. I think it ain't really nobody's business. Like, listen to the music and you'll know what you need to know.
Hip-hop fans have been playing FBI agent for years, trying to catch these two slipping. Latto and 21 Savage swore up and down they were just friends, just collaborators, nothing more. But the clues? They were everywhere if you paid attention. December 2020, Latto flew to Puerto Rico for her birthday bash with her girls. She's posting stories, showing off those tropical hotel views, living her absolute best life. At the exact same time, 21 Savage claimed he was kicking back in Miami on a quick vacation. Sounds innocent enough, right? Wrong. The internet detectives went to work and noticed something insane. The view from his hotel looked identical to Latto's background. Same buildings, same angle, same everything. Coincidence? Not a chance. Then people started digging deeper and found that members of 21's crew were also posting from Puerto Rico during Latto's birthday, even though they were supposedly chilling in Florida. The cherry on top, gossip sites reported that 21 surprised Latto with a pink Corvette for her birthday, and she was photographed all over that exact car. But sure, they're just friends. The evidence kept stacking up though, and these two couldn't help themselves. Latto started rocking the signature 7077 chain everywhere she went. Fans immediately did the math. 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals 21. She was literally wearing her man's name as jewelry while still lying straight to people's faces in interviews. Anytime someone asked about 21 Savage, she'd wave it off. The internet doesn't know anything. I value my privacy, just listen to the music. But her actions were telling a completely different story, and everyone could see it. Things got even more obvious when 21 made a massive mistake. He posted a photo of Latto to his Instagram story with the caption, "No makeup, dang you fine, it's only one way to come about you twin." He deleted it real quick, but too late. Screenshots are forever, baby. That slip-up had the entire internet going absolutely crazy for weeks straight. Still, neither one would admit anything officially. They just kept playing the privacy game while leaving evidence scattered everywhere like breadcrumbs. But that secrecy, it makes way more sense when you understand what 21 Savage was really dealing with behind the scenes. February 2019 is when everything went completely sideways for him. ICE rolled up and detained one of the hottest rappers in Atlanta, and the reason absolutely shocked the entire hip-hop community. Turns out 21 Savage isn't even American. His government name is Shaya bin Abraham Joseph, and he's straight up from the United Kingdom. This man spent years acting like Atlanta was in his DNA, repping the city harder than almost anyone, dominating the southern rap scene with that authentic Atlanta energy. Nobody questioned where he came from because he seemed that legit. But ICE exposed that he'd been living in America on an expired visa this whole time. He came to the States legally as a kid, but when his visa expired back in 2006, he just never left. For over 10 years, he built this massive career while technically being in the country illegally. The arrest happened during some targeted operation, and ICE said they figured out his status after he caught charges back in 2014. When this news dropped, the internet completely lost its mind. Memes flooded every single platform. Sir Savage, the 21st jokes, British accent impressions, tea and crumpets, references, all of it. This became a cultural moment because absolutely nobody saw it coming. Eventually, they released him on bond, but deportation was hanging over his head like a dark cloud. Everything he worked for, his entire life in America, could disappear in an instant if they shipped him back to the UK. That's a terrifying position to be in. So what's the move when you're facing deportation? Apparently, you get married real fast. October 2020 rolls around, barely a year after his ICE situation, and 21 Savage suddenly married a woman named Kia Cameron Cole. Some outlets called her Kiana Joseph. But either way, fans immediately called out how suspicious this looked. He's facing deportation and boom, he's suddenly married to an American citizen. People weren't buying it for 1 second. Getting married to a US citizen is literally one of the quickest ways someone with immigration problems can secure legal status. Fans started screaming immigration fraud from day one, saying this was obviously a business deal dressed up as a marriage. The speculation exploded even more because 21 kept getting linked to other women publicly, even after supposedly getting married. His name stayed attached to multiple romantic situations, which made everyone question if this marriage was even remotely real or just paperwork to keep him stateside. Open relationships exist, sure, but the whole thing felt shady from every possible angle. Here's someone facing serious immigration consequences, and suddenly he's married to a person the public barely knew about. Meanwhile, all the romantic evidence kept pointing toward Latto, not his legal wife. The math wasn't mathing at all. But Latto and 21, their connection kept growing stronger regardless of that marriage certificate. By 2023, they stopped being careful altogether. Latto got a tattoo behind her ear, and insiders revealed it was 21's government name, Shia, written in red ink. Then 21 went and got the exact same tattoo, same placement behind his ear, same script, same red ink, except his tattoo said Latto's real name. That's not collaboration energy, that's permanent couple commitment energy. They were literally marking each other while still denying everything to the world, but then things got incredibly messy. Around the same exact time, 21 got spotted out on a date with Kia, his actual legal wife. She posted photos making it crystal clear that this man was her husband, almost like she was marking her territory and reminding the internet who had the marriage license. 2 months later, she posted this whole birthday tribute to 21's mother, calling her the best mother-in-law anyone could ask for. The message was loud and clear. I'm still the wife here, ring and all, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Then, 2024 came and Latto dropped a bomb on Twitter. She tweeted that her man was the first and only person she'd ever been intimate with on a first date, and they'd been together for 4 years. 4 years puts the beginning right at 2020, which lines up perfectly with Porto Prio, the gifts, the chains, everything fans had been piecing together. She basically confirmed the entire timeline without saying his name, but everyone absolutely knew who she meant. The puzzle pieces all fit. Then about a month ago, everything changed completely. Latto decided she was done hiding. She and 21 got photographed together on vacation, and this time, neither of them tried denying anything or spinning stories. The picture circulated online and everyone knew confirmation was coming. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for. TMZ caught Latto walking through New York, and she was glowing. The reporter asked about her outfit and her plans for the day. She's standing there in vintage Chanel, looking absolutely incredible, and she casually dropped that she was heading to have dinner with her husband. The reporter followed up asking if she was tired of people constantly asking about 21 Savage, and Latto just smiled. She didn't dodge, didn't deflect, didn't hide a single thing.
Dinner with my husband. Oh, wait. So are you tired of people asking about you know who? No. 21. So you're not tired of hearing about 21?
Her whole energy screamed confidence. After 5 full years of secrecy and denial, she was finally claiming her man in front of cameras. The way she kept repeating my man, with that huge smile said absolutely everything. She was finished hiding, finished being private, finished letting people guess. This was her relationship and she wanted the whole world to know it. Fans absolutely lost their minds because this was the public confirmation everyone had been hunting for since 2020. But here's where things get dangerous. Latto going public just created a nuclear-level problem, and that problem's name is Kia. Word on the street is she's absolutely livid about this entire situation going public. Reports started flying that she's preparing to file an official complaint with ICE, claiming 21 committed straight-up immigration fraud by marrying her just to avoid deportation. If this marriage really was just a transaction like everyone suspected from the beginning, then Latto announcing their relationship to TMZ basically exposed the whole fake arrangement to the world. Think about Kia's position for a second. She allegedly agreed to marry him to solve his immigration issues, probably expecting some kind of private arrangement or understanding between them. Maybe she was cool with him seeing other people quietly as long as they stayed married legally and kept up public appearances. But now Latto is calling him her husband on camera, posting relationship content, basically telling the entire world that she's the actual woman in his life. That's gotta hurt. Especially if Kia developed real feelings somewhere along the way. Fans are speculating that what began as pure business turned into something genuine for her. Maybe she actually fell for him hard, loved being Mrs. Savage, enjoyed the lifestyle and status that came with being his wife. Now she's watching another woman publicly claim her legal husband while he's apparently ready to divorce her and make things official with Latto instead. According to rumors, she's not about to let him walk away easily, and her revenge plan involves ICE. If Kia actually follows through and reports him for immigration fraud, 21 Savage is in extremely serious trouble. Marriage fraud for immigration purposes is a federal crime, and the consequences are brutal. We're talking potential deportation back to the UK, possible criminal charges, definitely a massive legal nightmare that could drag on for years and cost millions. The current political climate makes this even more dangerous for him too. Immigration enforcement has been ramping up aggressively, and ICE has been going hard after anyone they suspect of violating immigration laws. Marrying someone to stay in the country is technically legal if the marriage is real and legitimate, but if prosecutors can prove it was fraudulent from the start, that's a completely different ballgame. They'd have to show the marriage never had any real romantic foundation, that it existed purely for immigration benefits, and that both parties knew exactly what they were doing. Kia potentially cooperating with investigators would make the government's case incredibly strong because she'd be the ultimate first-hand witness to everything. She could provide detailed testimony about their living situation, how often they actually spent time together as a couple, whether they ever functioned like a real married couple, all those critical details. Her testimony could absolutely destroy his defense if she's angry enough to cooperate fully with authorities. This could legitimately end his American dream. But here's what's really wild about this whole mess. If the marriage was truly just business and nothing else, why is Kia getting this emotional and vindictive now? Some people are saying she should just collect whatever money they agreed on and move on with her life, but clearly something way deeper is happening here. Maybe the financial arrangement and the status weren't enough once she watched another woman get the real version of him. The public dates, the matching tattoos, the vacation photos, all the actual relationship things that come with being someone's genuine partner. Or maybe she legitimately fell in love during this arrangement and thought they could eventually make it work for real. Either way, she's apparently ready to destroy his entire existence over this, and that's not the reaction of someone who only saw this as a business deal. The vindictive angle makes way more sense if she actually cared deeply about him and felt completely betrayed watching Latto step into the role she thought belonged to her. And now 21 Savage is trapped between the woman he allegedly married for paperwork and the woman he actually wants to build a life with, while ICE potentially circles overhead like vultures waiting to see how this train wreck unfolds. This is messy on every single level. So here we are, y'all. What started as sneaky hotel meetings and subtle matching jewelry has turned into an absolute catastrophe involving love triangles, legal marriages, and potential federal charges. Latto is out here finally living her truth, claiming her man publicly after 5 long years of hiding and lying. Kia is allegedly ready to report her own husband to immigration authorities purely out of spite and hurt feelings. And 21 Savage is sitting directly in the middle of this chaos, wondering if going public with Latto will cost him literally everything he spent over a decade building in America. The streets are watching every move, the gossip blogs are covering every tiny detail, and absolutely nobody knows how this ends. Will Kia actually go through with reporting him to ICE? Will 21 Savage face deportation after spending most of his life living and working in the States? Can his legal team successfully fight off immigration fraud charges if the government comes after him? One thing's absolutely certain though, this love triangle isn't ending quietly or peacefully. Between vacation receipts, matching tattoos, furious wives, and potential ICE investigations, this situation has every single ingredient for a massive explosion. Keep your eyes locked on this story, because whatever happens next is guaranteed to be dramatic, chaotic, and probably way louder than anyone expects. This ain't over by a long shot. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss any of the celebrity news. Thanks for watching.